Cerebrospinal fluid (CSF) otorrhea refers to the leakage of cerebrospinal fluid from the ear canal. Although rare in veterinary patients, this condition is clinically significant because it indicates an abnormal communication between the subarachnoid space and the middle ear cavity. CSF plays a vital role in cushioning the brain and spinal cord. Therefore, any leakage can predispose an animal to life-threatening infections such as meningitis. The primary causes of CSF otorrhea in pets can be grouped into traumatic, iatrogenic, congenital, and pathologic origins. Trauma is probably the most common cause of otorrhea. Head injuries due to vehicular accidents, falls, or bite wounds may fracture the temporal bone or the cribriform plate, causing CSF leakage. Penetrating ear trauma from foreign bodies or aggressive ear cleaning can also result in fistula formation. Iatrogenic causes also need to be considered when we encounter cerebrospinal fluid leakage in the veterinary patient. Complications following middle ear surgery, for example, ventral bulla osteotomy or total ear canal ablation, may disrupt the dura mater, leading to CSF leakage. Congenital defects should be considered whenever we encounter cerebrospinal fluid leakage through the ear canal. Certain breeds with skull malformations, such as brachycephalic dogs, may have congenital communication between the intracranial cavity and the middle ear. Defects in the petrous temporal bone or meningoencephalocele can predispose animals to spontaneous CSF otorrhea. The last reason for this condition is the pathological or infectious causes. Chronic otitis media and cholesteatoma can erode the bony structures of the middle ear and cause dural defects. Neoplasms involving the temporal bone or meninges may also create a communication pathway for cerebrospinal fluid leakage. Clinical signs of cerebrospinal fluid otorrhea in pets often include a clear, watery discharge from the ear, which is commonly mistaken for serous otitis or a simple ear infection. Affected animals may frequently shake their heads or scratch at their ears due to irritation. In some cases, concurrent nasal discharge may occur if CSF rhinorrhea is also present. As the condition progresses, neurological signs such as ataxia, seizures, or vestibular dysfunction can develop, particularly if intracranial pressure increases or infection occurs. Additionally, signs of meningitis, such as fever, neck pain, depression, or altered mentation, may indicate a severe or advanced stage of the disease. Diagnosing CSF otorrhea requires a high level of clinical suspicion, supported by laboratory testing and advanced imaging techniques. On physical examination, otoscopic evaluation may reveal clear fluid behind an intact tympanic membrane or active drainage if the membrane is perforated. This fluid is typically watery and non-purulent in appearance. Confirmation of CSF can be achieved through laboratory tests, with the beta-2 transferrin test considered the gold standard due to its ability to detect a protein unique to cerebrospinal fluid, while glucose testing may be used as a supportive but less specific method. Diagnostic imaging plays a critical role, with CT and MRI used to identify skull fractures, bone erosion, or defects in the dura mater, and CT cysternography employed in specialized settings to localize the exact site of leakage using contrast. If infection is suspected, cytology and culture of the fluid with sensitivity testing are essential to guide appropriate antimicrobial therapy before treatment is initiated. Treatment of CSF otorrhea depends on the underlying cause and the severity of the leakage and may include medical, surgical, and supportive approaches. Medical management typically involves the use of broad-spectrum bactericidal antibiotics that effectively penetrate the central nervous system, such as third-generation cephalosporins, to reduce the risk of meningitis. Corticosteroids may be used cautiously to decrease inflammation and lower intracranial pressure, while strict activity restriction is recommended to minimize pressure fluctuations that could worsen the leak. Surgical intervention is indicated when leakage persists beyond 7 to 10 days or when a structural cause, such as a skull fracture, congenital defect, tumor, or post surgical complication, is identified. Surgical repair may include closure of the dural defect using muscle or fascia grafts, reconstruction of the temporal bone, and drainage or debridement of the middle ear cavity if infection is present. Supportive care is also essential and includes maintaining head elevation to reduce CSF pressure, avoiding nasal or ear flushing, and closely monitoring the patient for signs of neurological deterioration or meningitis. The prognosis for pets with CSF otorrhea varies depending on the underlying cause and how quickly treatment is initiated. Outcomes are generally favorable when the condition is detected early and managed appropriately, allowing for complete recovery in many cases. However, the prognosis becomes guarded to poor in animals with severe head trauma, active infection, or neoplastic involvement due to the increased risk of complications and neurological damage. Regardless of the initial outcome, long term monitoring is essential to detect recurrence early and to ensure continued neurological stability. CSF otorrhea in pets, although rare, serves as an essential diagnostic clue indicating potentially serious underlying conditions such as cranial trauma, infection, or congenital defects involving the skull and middle ear. Recognizing this condition early and pursuing an accurate diagnostic workup are critical steps in preventing life threatening complications, including meningitis and permanent neurological damage. Timely medical or surgical intervention greatly improves outcomes and plays a key role in preserving long term neurological health in affected animals.
Dr. Jose Feneque is a veterinarian and educator committed to advancing knowledge in animal health and clinical diagnostics through clear, practical teaching. This video is especially valuable for veterinary students preparing for professional licensing examinations and those seeking to strengthen their understanding of neurology and diagnostic medicine, making it an excellent learning resource for both academic study and clinical readiness.